Now work is done. Time to move on to the next thing. Alright, so back from work. The train was... so it's a weird common trend from the past like 3 days now, so that when I get out of work, it's like this marathon of observing other people's like momentary frustration. So for example, yesterday on the train, there was this woman with like her toddler and her like infant. The toddler was old enough to be able to speak, and she was in a phase that I thought didn't exist until that child had seen a couple episodes of the Animaniacs. She was in the why phase. Every other sentence was why. So it was, Mommy, why are we on the train? Because we have to go home. Why? Because that's where we live. When are we getting off? We're getting off at Pasadena. Why? Because that's where we live. So on and so forth. Just why? I did that once for like a week because I'd seen that episode. The Animaniacs, as far as I know, aren't airing anymore. So I'm really surprised that children can naturally come into that annoying phase. I thought that was just a thing spurred on by media. I guess the Animaniacs had to get it from somewhere, right? So while the microwave goes, if I was vague before, the story project that I said I was doing with a friend that we're kind of going back and forth on is a D&D project. I have, and he has, I've always wanted to get, ever since we started playing, I've always wanted to get a character to level 20, which is really kind of hard to do, just time-wise. The hardest part about D&D, as much as they say it's like the math or the rule lawyering, it's getting everyone together. So the concept is it's just going to be us two alternating. So I'll run the rules or he'll run the rules depending on how we'll figure it out later. And so it's just reliant on us. If it's just reliant on us two with like with guest players every once in a while, like 1 or 2 guest players every once in a while, that really makes time scheduling a lot easier, because instead of having to figure out 5 people's individual schedules, we just have my schedule and his schedule. Normally I'd have my monster right about now. Well, maybe when I get to the freeway. But I guess as long as I have something cold, it'll kind of keep me awake a little bit. That banana really does help. Really does help. Alright, I'm dying here, so I gotta talk about something. Earlier today, I tried to put a box up on a high shelf. My foot missed the landing of what I was supposed to step on, and it kind of threw me forward. The box I was able to just pin against the top of the other box that was already up on the top shelf. But my neck went straight into one of the little metal shelf areas. So I basically punched myself in the throat, and now it feels like I've got like a lump in my throat. Oh. Like, you know how when you're sick, like imagine that like soreness in your throat but without the like scratchy itchiness? That's what I'm feeling right now. Oh, punched myself right in the Adam's apple. It's probably gonna stay with me for a couple days too. So close to the Interstate 105. And yet so very far. Google, how's this any better? How's it any better?